Con nghe được chưa cuối admire rồi nữa, con không biết nữa. The person that I admire is my math teacher because she is really beautiful and smart. She can teach all kind of students really easy, and she is really friendly. She can talk with a lot of students, and she is really rich because she is she can teach really well, so she can find a lot of money. So my favorite place to relax, I think, is in my room because sometimes when I am stressed, I usually stay in my room to listen to music, and sometimes it's chatting with my friend, or sometimes I can go to the park near my house to do some exercise to reduce real stress. So the journey that I remember, I think is the first time that I went to my went to Hanoi capital. That's my first time I visit there, and here is really beautiful. There is a lot of landmark and high buildings, and the people here is really friendly. And I was born in here. So now there's a lot of skills that I really want to learn. And now I think I really want to learn a skill that is language because a lot of people say that I'm really good at learning some new language. And a lot of people say that I should learn more language to improve myself. So in my life, I can help a lot of people. And one time that I really remember that I think that is when I helped my friend to do the homework because in in the weekends my teachers give a really hard homework, and no one can do that, but I can do that homework, and teach I can teach for my friend, and they are really like me. Um, the book that I read recently, that is the horror book that is about a girl that will live alone, and in that house there is a lot of ghosts. The most important events that I have in my life is, I think, that is the first time, that is Um, the first time that I joined the swim competitions, because at that time I never, I can never think that in the future I can join some competition and get some high score. So there is a lot of movie that I really enjoy to watch, but I think my favorite movies um, is Tom and Jerry's. That is the cartoon that I watched when I was a kid. This is really funny. Is the film is really colorful, and in the films that have the mouse that call Jerry, the cat that call Tom, and they are catch and cheese a lot, and that's really funny. It can help me to reduce stress. Um, there is a lot of person that there is a lot of people that can make me laugh all the time, but I think my best friend is can help me laugh a lot because all the time, most the time of my day is usually in the school, and I have some best friend that is really funny. When I talk with them, I can share some story, and they will listen to me. And sometimes they can tell me some funny story to make me laugh. So the place that I really want to visit in the future, I think in the futures I want to visit China because I the China now is really modern. It have a lot of buildings and the people here is really good. And I want to go to the China to find some high paying job. So there is a lot of animals that I really love too. But I think my favorite animal is a cat because the cat is really small. Some kind of cat is really small, and their fur is really soft. When I touch them, I can feel really relaxed, and I can play with them. They are really funny and cute. Mhm. So, uh, so the time that I will late that I really remember is the first time I late for the class in my school. I think it was in grade one. So when I was young, when I was studying class 1A21, I usually stay up late with my mother to watch film with her. So I cannot wake up early. So I I usually late for the school, but at that date, I have a test. It's really important, but I am late for the class, so I don't have scores. I think that zero. So the gift that I give someone recently, that I remember, um, I think that it might paint. So here, last week is my friend's birthday, and I cannot remember that. So I find in my bag is I have a new book. I have a new pen. It's really beautiful, and I give it to her, and she's really like it. So the hobby that I really enjoy is listen to music because when I'm listening to music, it can help me to reduce stress, and sometimes I do some homework. When I listen to lessons, it can help me to focus to do this homework quickly. So the teacher that influenced me, I think this is my literature teacher. He is my major teacher in my school. He is he's really good. He can teach really well, but her his his is quite angry. So he give me a lot of homework, and I think that's good. But now I have the I have some tasks that are really important, and he's give me a lot of homework, so I don't like him too much, but he's really good. He can teach really well. He's really funny and friendly, and sometimes he also buy for students some gifts. The person in the past, I remember that the person that từ từ con quên con ai đó rồi. So in the past, I remember that the person that I admires is my math teachers because she is really beautiful and good. She can do a lot of kinds of mm, math, and she can teach students really good. Some sometimes she also can also help some student to do to complete this homework, and she's teach really good. She can help all the students to understand the lessons easy. But now that I think the person that I admire is my friend, my classmate. She's name is called Như. She's really beautiful and clever. She has a really beautiful face with a really sweetie voice. Um, she can learn really fast and easy. Like some like chemistries at grade 8 is really good. It's really hard, and she just need for about 30 minutes to understand some hard homework, some hard exercise. That is that I cannot do that because I think chemistry is really hard, and their and her parents is really rich. She has a really big house. She has her own room, and on her desk there is a lot of books, a lot of kinds of books because she really loves to reading books. A lot of kind like about the life, horror or romantic. And sometimes she brings some interesting book to the class to share with a lot of to share with each other. And sometimes when when the teachers give the class a really hard homework, a really hard exercise, she can do it really easy. She just need about 10 minutes to solve the exercise. That is the things that I cannot do now. And she's really friendly. She can talk with all kind of people. When a new class join my class, so they really shy, right? So she can talk with them easily. Yeah. So my favorite place to relax, I think is in my room because sometimes I feel really stressed because in my class I have a lot of homework and some problem. So I usually stay in my room to listen to music or chatting with my friend or playing games. It can help me to reduce the stress. It can help me more relax. And sometimes I can do the exercise in my room. Like in the morning, I really lazy to go down and walk around my walk around the park near my house. So I just stay in my room and do some exercise to improve my health, but sometimes I don't want to stay in my room a lot because if I stay in my room a lot of people said that I really an introvert and they don't like introvert really much. So I usually go to the park near my house to breathe the fresh air. And sometimes I usually sit in the park to meet some friend or neighbor. I usually in the weekends I usually wake up early and walk around the park with my friend or my neighbors. I can talk with them and breathe the fresh air. It can help my health more good, more better. That's all. So the journeys that I remember, I think that is the first time that I went go to Hanoi capital. So Hanoi capital is the place that I was born here. Here, the Hanoi capitals is really beautiful. It have Goom Lake. Um, the air here is really fresh. The people here is really friendly. They can talk with a lot of people. Sometimes it's some some people in other countries visit to Vietnam. This is really good and clever. The student here is really good. They can study really well and the food here is really good. It is famous for bún chả. This is really good. This is the symbol of Hanoi. And when I visit to Hanoi, I really enjoyed to eat that food. And my relative is live in Hanoi a lot. So in that holidays, I usually visit to Hanoi to meet them and visit some landmark or famous place in Hanoi capital. So that's all. So now there's a lot of skills that I really want to learn, like language, like swim skills, because I quite good at swim. So I really want to improve my swim skill to join some competition and have high scores because when I join some competitions, I can find some people and I can meet some people that is really good and they is like and they like the same thing with me. Like I join swim competitions and they also like to join too. So we have the same hobbies and now I want to improve my language skills because a lot of people around me said, "Hey, you are really good at language skills, so you should learn more language should improve your language skills to get a high paying job in the future. So now I want to improve my language skills to learn easier, and I can go a lot of places to visit, like I can go to New York or go to the China to visit some famous place around the in that countries. That is. So the time that I help someone, oh my god. So I am ah. So I am a extrovert people per person. So I can talk with a lot of people. So it's really easy for me to help some people. So I remember that last week, in the class, we have a really hard exercise about math. That's really hard for my class and my classmates. And in my class, just have 5 or 6 people know to solve that exercise. And one of them is me. I can do it, and I can help my classmate to solve that exercise easily. And when I teach them, I can feel really happy because I can help some people. And they can feel that I'm a really good person. And one more time that I remember is in the past when I was a kid. I think I was in kindergarten. I see some I see my classmate is cannot dry cannot draws some hard words, and I can dry that one. So I sit next to him and teach him how to write that word. And he is thanks a lot for me. That's all. So I quite enjoy reading books. I think I have about 10 or 15 books in my room. And the books that I read recently is I think that is my horror books I buy recently too. That book is really that book is not really cheap. I think it's quite expensive, but it is really famous. And a lot of people who read that book he have who have read that book, they always says that book is really good and you should try to read that book one time in your life. And I want to read that one because a lot of people said it's really good. So I want to try that one. And I buy that. That's not really cheap. That's quite expensive. But that is called, I don't remember that name, but I know that the horror book is the story is about a woman that is live alone in a big house, and in the house is have a lot of people died here, and here's have a lot of ghosts. Is just the story is real simple, right? But is really fun. Is really good, and I think I can read that book 10 times because that's really good. That's all. Uh, so the important event that I have in my life, I think that is the first time I went to the breakfast school. I think that's in the Great Wine. So that's the first time I went to a real school that, but in the first time I went to my new school, I am late because after the day that go I get my class, I am stay up really late because I want to watching film with my mother, and I think I remember that is 12 p.m. that I have sleep. So in the Monday stay up I wake up real late. Um but that's the first time I met my classmate. My classmate is really good. My teacher is really good too. She is really friendly and beautiful. And that is the really important event that I have in my life because when I started in private school, I can meet a lot of people, like more than in the kindergarten. That's all. So I have watched a lot of movie, and I think my favorite movie is I I think that's the movie. I think just the cartoon that's it called Tom and Jerry. So the Tom and Jerry's is a film that is about a competition about Tom and Jerry. And Tom is the cat with the gray fur, and Jerry's is the mouse with the orange fur. They are really funny and cute. I think they don't like each other because they are fighting and cheating and catching each other a lot during the films, and the film is really colorful. But now, when I read the real stories, the story is tell me that Tom and Jerry is best friend. Oh, when I read that story, I really shocked. And the movie is colorful, and I watched that movie during my childhood. So when I and now when I watch that movie again, I feel really good, and that remind me to my childhood too. But that's all. So the persons who makes me laugh a lot is my best friend. So my best friend is study in the same class with me. She is really funny. Be and and we are really matching. We can spend 3 hours to talk together. Because now all time of my day is in the school, so I meet her a lot. And when I have some funny story, I usually tell her. And when she has some funny story about some friend or some movie or some idol on the internet, she usually told me. And sometimes she tell me some funny story. I can laugh all day because she's really funny. She extrovert, so when almost the story that she tell me is gonna help me laugh all the day, and it's gonna help me to feel more relaxed. Oh, that's all. So the place that I really want to travel in the future, that is hard to describe because now a lot of people say that I'm really good at language. I'm really good to learn more some new language, and now I am studying English, Vietnamese, and Chinese. And now I am not which language that I better, but now I think my English is real good. Not real good, quite good. And in the futures, I can go to some countryside, some another country to study, to or visit, to travel. And I think in the futures, I want to travel New York or sometimes Chinese, but I think I prefer to visit New York because in the New York the food is really good and the sweet food is really good too, like cookies. And the New York cookies is really good. And I really tried that once time in my life. And the people here is really good too. But the cost of living here is quite high. So I think I must to study harder to have a high paying job to visit to New York to try everything that I want to try now. And that's all. There is a lot of animals that I enjoy to watch or to there is a lot of animals that I really love to watch them. Such that elephant, dog, or cat. But I think I prefer cat the best because the cat is really cute and clever, but and its fur is really soft When I touch the cat, I feel really relaxed. And sometimes I have some story that I cannot tell someone. I can talk with her. I can talk with us. It can listen to me. And I think it can help me to feel more relaxed. When I tell some animals like the cat about my story. Oh, that's all. So the time that I was late is I was late a lot in my life, but the one time that I really remember, I think that is the first time that I late for the first time I go to the new school. That is the private school in my hometown, and that is the first time that I go to my class to meet some friend and teacher, but I'm late at the date. Um, because in the night after the day that I meet some friend or teachers, I stay up really late. So in the morning, I cannot wake up early, so I am late for the class. So I can meet or talk with some friend, but in tomorrow, I can meet them and talk with them. They are really friendly and clever. When when I talk with them, I feel really happy because I can meet some friend and teachers, some good teachers. That's all. So in my life, I have give a lot of gift for a lot of people, but the gift that I give someone recently is a pen. So last week is my friend's birthday, and I cannot remember that. So I find in my bag, I find a new book, a new pen. That pen is really beautiful, and I keep it for a long time. It is a really good pen. It is pink and blue. So I think it's really good because when I buy it, it is about 4 months ago. And I put it in my bag to use, but I cannot remember that. So I give it to her. And that book is really beautiful. And the it is quite expensive because it's really good. I give it to her and her helped me, I think, and is make me feel happy because I can give someone some gift, like someone giving a gift. That's all. There is a lot of hobbies that I really enjoy, like listening to music or swim. But in the past, I swim quite good, and I can join some competitions and have high scores. But now I'm really busy, so I don't have too much time to practice my swim skills, so I cannot swim good at the time in the past. So now I am focused to study in the school and learn some language like English or Chinese. And sometimes I can go to my Chinese class to talk with some new people and make friends with them. It can help me to have good friend and they can help me in the future. And now I find a new hobbies that I really enjoy, that is reading books. Because the first book that I read is a, a book that is quite horror. That's a horror book. It is really good and I can read that book for a lot of times. So that's the first time I read books, so I buy a lot of books. So that's my favorite hobby now. And I think in the future I can have some new hobbies and that's really interesting. But now I just enjoy to reading books. That's all. The teachers that is influencing me, I think in when I was a kid, the teacher who influenced me, I think that is my mm, math teachers because when I was a kid, when I studied in private school, I really bad at math. I can learn that. I never see that. I never think that I can study math well better in the future because at that time I cannot understand everything about math. That's really hard for me. And she is teach me. She did really good. And I can understand all kind of math exercise. And when I went to secondary school, I can learn math easier because she taught me all kind of e- math exercise so I can study really easy. That is why I am like I am good at math now and I quite like math, but now math is really good. Math is quite hard for me because now I must to learn a lot of kinds of exercise that is really hard. I can understand one I can understand it and I need some help by some people. But she is influenced me a lot. I really love her because she taught me, she helped me to understand more. I really love her. That's all. Mm. Oh, so I think my favorite clothes that I like to clothing that is winter clothes because when the winter clothes is quite big because must it can help the person who wear that warmer because in the winter it's really cold. We must to warm up, so we must to wear winter clothes. Some big clothes that have fur or have a lot of pattern. So when I wore the winter glow, that's really big, right? So when I wore that, a lot of people said that is me. You are really cute. You is you can wear winter glow really cute. So I really like to wear winter clothes because it can make me warmer and it can help me make me cuter. That's all. The film that I enjoy to watch is um there's a lot and I think this one is not a film, that's a cartoon. Mm, that film called Tom and Jerry. This film is about competitions of Tom and Jerry's. Tom is the mouse with the great fur, and Jerry is the mouse with the orange fur. They are really funny, and I think they are not really like each other because during the films they are catching and fighting a lot. But when I read the real story, they said they are best friends and they just play together. And the film is really colorful, so it can help me to focus to the films and I can watch it all the day. And now when I watch that movie again, it's gonna help me relax, reduce stress, and remind me to my childhood. That's all. Muốn thể thao con nghe là phim. Watching. I think the sport that I refer to watching to is swimming competition because I am a swimmer too. I I know rules. I can know the rules of the swim competitions. When and swim is quite hard because you must to practice a lot and to help your muscle strength stronger. Um, Sometimes watching some swim competition can help you feel really exciting because the first person and the second person swim like the same time, and that is really interesting to guess who is the winner. And some and the swimmer bodies is really good and beautiful because they must do practice a lot. They must use the muscle all the time, so their muscles is really good, and their health is good, and their health is really good too. And some really famous swimmers like Michael Phelps, he spent about 10 hours or 12 hours a day, let's remember, to just practice swimming. Swim. So I really prefer watching swim competition because that is really interesting. And when I'm watching swim competitions, I really like to guess who is the winner. And the swimmer who is sitting or swim in the middle line, they are swim really good and fast. So they usually swim in the middle line. And guess who is the winner is really interesting for me. So I really prefer to watching swim competitions. That's all. So there's a lot of times that I have mistake, and I think the time that I have mistake is the first time. I think when I was in the private school, I remember that the real big mistake that I have in when I was in the private school is that is the first time that I don't do finish. I don't do complete the homework. So at that time, my teacher is sick, and she must to stay at home for a long time, like 1 week, and she gave my class a lot of homework, and I just some blood exercise or minor exercise. That's all. That's real easy, but I really busy. But I really lazy to do that. So I do I don't do that, and I just play all the time. And my parents said, "Do you have homework? Why do you play a lot?" And I just said, "I don't have homework. My teacher is sick, and she's not give me homework." But when she's teaching again, she said, "Who is do the who is not do this homework?" I don't care, and I just said, "I don't. I not raise my hand." And she eject each student, and she found that I am the persons who not do finish the homework. But she's not fight me. She just tell me that you must to study, and the next time if you don't complete your homework, I will give you extra homework. That's all. A piece of a piece of good. Em rất là biết nè. Con không nhớ cái từ để con đọc không? Dạ có, mang gì? So now I am now 2 week next week I will have really important test in my school. So but now in the class I don't have high school because I'm stupid. I cannot do the task good, so I have really bad score, and I can take some. I cannot have some high score to display that. And now I must to study a lot to display that bad score. So now I don't have B's good news, and I have a lot of B's bad news because I have a lot of bad score and now I must to study a lot. I am stressed, but not real stressed, just a little bit. And I think next week I will display all all the bad score instead display good good score instead of bad score and get some get some present by my teacher because he said if you have high score in next week test, I will give you some gift. That's all. À. Từ từ con quên cỏ mất rồi bác ơi. À, so now I don't have I don't have to travel or go to some new place, so I don't have idea about this one. But when I was a kid, I will stay in Hokkaido, but my job, but my mother and father job is must to move to Bình province, and that's the one time that I travel to new place. And I remember that when I was a kid, Hanoi is really good, and the air is really fresh, and but Hanoi is peaceful. But in Beijing province, the air and the people is really good too. But now, but here it have a lot of vehicle, so I think the air is not really good, like Hanoi capital. Oh, that's all. Con chào bác.